What's up, everybody? Mike here from Unplayable. Last weekend was pre-release for Spark of Rebellion, and so we've got a bunch of new cards to add to the Master Set binder, and I figured I would do this video, just kind of update where I'm at after all of these cards from the pre-releases. I went to sort of 3.5. If you want to learn more about my experience at pre-release and the other guys from Unplayable's experience at their pre-release, check out our latest episode of the Conversation Lab, and you can check it out there. So what we're going to do is organize these cards, slot them into the binder, and then see where we're at. So if anybody watching has not watched the previous video in this series where I start this binder, check out that video in one of these corners. Hopefully the lighting is better in this episode. I got a new softbox thing, so let me know if it works or if it still looks crappy and still looks like just a bunch of glare on the sheets of this binder. So I'm just going to get started here. I will talk through these a little bit, and then we'll do a little bit of the time lapse and the lo-fi music. Yeah, let's just talk through this first pre-release. And this was one of the first cards that I opened up, was this Hyperspace Energy Conversion Lab. I don't know where to put this underneath my phone because everything is turned around and I don't know what's going on. But this card looks so good, and I really want the Hyperfoil version of this card, but I will settle for the Hyperspace until then. And I was very excited to pull this, obviously, because it is probably the best card in the game, and I got to show that off by pairing him with Vader, and it was very strong. So I'm going to make a few different piles here. So we're going to put the Hyperspace here, I suppose. We'll put Hyperspace foil next to it, put regular and regular foil. I guess I don't need this other row quite yet. So I played Vader Green, as I mentioned, and I guess, yeah, my deck is kind of on top. I'll just flip through these cards real quick. It wasn't the most insane Vader deck ever. I was playing 7th Fleet Defender out of Aspect because they didn't really have that many space units. Vanquish out of Aspect because it's removal in a Vader deck. I feel like you can go a little late game, and this was MVP in a lot of the games that I played. No Good to Me Dead out of Aspect. And I played this out of Aspect in 2 different pre-releases, and it was quite good in both. Paying 4 for this, totally reasonable if you're locking down a leader. And this one was foil too. So we'll put this in the foil. Oh my God, I can't do this. In the foil. There it goes. The foil area. We'll put it over there. So I'm just going to sort through these. We'll go here. We got Hyperspace Yularen, which looks awesome. Just like all the other Hyperspaces look awesome. I need some kind of marker, how far to reach my hand out so that I can actually show my phone that's recording from above. I'll figure this out eventually, guys. We got Patrolling Viewing, not that interesting. We got some foils, not a very exciting foil, but that's all right. We need it for the binder. And the rest of these are non-foils. Cool. Then another cool card that we got was a foil K2 SO. I tried to build a red hero deck initially before I decided on Vader, just so that I could run this foil K2. But the pool of cards that I was given did not really allow me to do that. We're gonna just keep cruising along here, and I'll probably time lapse this part. So see you on the other side. All right, so that's all the cards from my first pre-release, and I may actually pull out the rares into another slot because I'm pretty sure I have close to, if not all, of the commons and uncommons, and I think I'll probably have to go into the binder to see what I'm missing before I really pay too much attention to those, because there's a lot of them in this pile, and I don't really want to have to sort through all of them quite yet. So I'm going to go through, pick out all the rares, and we'll put those in a separate pile. I'm actually going to let's do the rares in this first slot. We'll split the commons and uncommons between here because we don't really care about them that much. So there we go. All right, so that's pre-release 1 down. Once we open this binder, we'll start slotting these cards in. But let's move on to pre-release number 2. And I ended up getting a couple extra pre-release packs from the sort of prizing at this shop. So that's why there's such a big pile of cards here. I played Vader Green again at this pre-release because apparently that is just what the card gods wanted me to play. And yeah, I think I opened 2 Overwhelming Barrages in this pool. Yeah, one of them foil, and Traitorous, and a bunch of good red cards like Seventh Sister and Ruthless Raider, and yeah, we just kind of ran it back, and it was very strong. It was great. So some notable foils here. Occupier Siege Tank is not one of them, but we did get a foil. We got the Hyperspace Gladiator Star Destroyer, which looks very nice in Hyperspace. We also got the foil Overwhelming Barrage, which is nowhere near as cool as the Hyperspace or the Hyperfoil, but we'll take it. And yeah, we got another Palpatine in that pool, and Palpatine is just crazy and limited. If you can make it to 8 resources, it's such a bomb. So I'm going to sort all these, and I'll be back. All right, so the only legendary that is in any of these piles so far is this black one. And that was the first legendary I opened probably like 20 packs in. Maybe 20, 21 or 22 packs in. So I did not have very good pack opening luck. And it means that this journey is going to take even longer, but that's okay. We've got quite a few boxes and quite a few cases coming in the next week, and we'll see how far we get after that. But I'm going to continue on to the 3rd pre-release, and this one was a super fun one. I played Chirrut because I opened 3 Academy trainings, a Jedi lightsaber, a bunch of other fun stuff that can pair with him, devotion, a bunch of upgrades, and we kind of just made it work. And it was a lot of fun. Electro Staff. Chirrut was super fun to play. I ran up against a Thrawn that was a big problem, and they basically were able to every turn exhaust my, whatever the big unit was that I put my upgrades on, which was a little sad, but it was still a great time. And yeah, super fun deck to play. I'm glad that I sort of did that. Tried something other than Green Vader, which I was tempted to do because I opened some pretty good green cards, but I didn't want to run it back a 3rd time. It just would have been a little bit boring for me. So let's go through this. It looks like I've got maybe a few more exciting cards in this one than in some of the other ones. So let's go. All right, so this pool was pretty cool. I did get the Hyperspace Mace Windu, which looks sweet. It's probably the one that, in general, I want the least because I think I'd rather play the ones that are going to come in the store showdown kit, but I still think it's pretty sweet, even though it's lightsaber's upside down. And last, we're going to hit the sort of mini pre-release that I did. It was just my brother and I. We opened a pre-release kit, and it was sweet. I also have this pile of goodies that I will get to at the end. That's all my Hyperfoils. So I wanted to keep those separate and sleeve those ahead of time, and that's what I did. So let's move on to this one. I put together 2 different sealed decks for this one. We just wanted to have fun with it and try some stuff. So I played the first deck I built was a Thrawn blue deck with some sweet stuff like Avenger and Inferno 4 and a bunch of like Cargo Juggernaut, Academy Defense Walker, Ruthless Raider. I did play that. I played Ruthless Raider out of Aspect because it's just good. Overwhelming Barrage out of Aspect, which is just good. And it was a pretty sweet deck. I actually had I don't know if I passed it already, but I had a Galactic Ambition, and I Galactic Ambitioned my Avenger into play, not for any particular reason, just because it was funny. And it was a good time. I did not win because I dealt 9 damage to my base, but it was a fun time. And then after that, I broke that deck apart and built a Sabine yellow deck, and it was very fast and very fun. So let's break this down. All right, so here's the real fun stuff. So I did walk away with the Luke and Vader Judge promos, which are very sweet. These came from my sister-in-law, who is now my nemesis because she ended up winning the 3rd event that I was at when I played Chirrut. She was the Thrawn player who locked down my Chirrut and made me sad. So she hooked me up with these Judge promos as well as this 4-cause Hyperfoil. I love this. This looks so sick. Maybe my favorite card that I came away with. in the whole pre-release weekend. It looks so nice. And I love the card, so can't beat that. So we've got those. Also got a Hyperfoil Bamboozle, which looks pretty cool. Not a card that I play very often, but it does look nice. We've got a very shiny Escort Skiff. This whole thing is just foiled. It's great. I love it. Got a Hyperfoil Jetta Agitator, which is not a great card, but does look really cool in Hyperspace foil here. Got the Vigilant Honor Guards, which, you know, I mean, how can you argue with this squad? Just look at them. They look so much better in Rainbow foil. And then the Luke Invader promos, I'm just going to slot these in the binder in the back probably, because I'm planning. I know last time I said I wasn't going to put any of the OP promos in there, but I think I'm going to try. I'm going to put it after all of the regular stuff and just cross my fingers that there's enough space in this binder. If there's not, I'll pull them out, put them in a different binder, but for now, they're going in. And my last card is this Hyperspace foil Bosk that I bought off somebody the first night for $30. I probably overpaid, but it looked so cool that I felt like I needed it. I opened up such a nothing of a pre-release box, didn't open anything cool, so I was just, I was itching for something exciting. And this, I mean, it looks so sick. It looks so good. So, all right, that's all the stuff that I got at the pre-releases. So now I am going to sort through, check out the binder. First, I'm going to see what commons and uncommons I might be missing. See if they're in any of these piles of commons and uncommons, which I now have a ton of, and hopefully can build a bunch of play sets to give away to people at my local store. Help get people into the game. If anybody else has a bunch of extra commons and uncommons, I suggest that as a method of managing your collection, not holding onto the cards yourselves, but giving them to people who need them. And yeah, so let's open up this binder, see what we need. All right, this looks maybe a little bit better on camera, so let me know if this is usable or if I need to continue researching some solutions here. So I think, oh wow, we're actually missing leaders. So let me see. I have a really bad memory, so that's why I don't remember that I'm missing them. I am missing Palpatine and Hera, which I actually don't think that I got. I'm like 99% sure that I didn't get those, but I'm going to check them out anyway. I guess looking at the back of the card is probably the easiest way. Quick tip, if you want to find a leader quickly, look at the back. No Palpatines so far. None. I know for sure that I did not get a Hera, which is strange after opening so many packs. Where is Thrawn? There he is. All right. So we grabbed Thrawn. And I put this direction last time, but I think I'm going to switch them. So this is going to bother me. I'm going to switch them. I think the art looks cooler on this side. All right, now that we're done with that, let's see if we've got any Hyperspace leaders that we didn't have before. We did have Boba Fett, so we'll put that in another pile. I don't think we had Leia. And again, I'm just going to look at the back. I don't know if we had Sabine. I don't know if we... Yep, and that's it. All right, so let's check it out. We did not have Sabine. So we got the Hyperspace Sabine. Check out the extended art. Has got that Phoenix logo, which is awesome. Love it. And then we've got Hyperspace Leia. This is one of my favorite leader arts. Just looks so good. So cool. And that goes here. All right, so we're still missing a bunch. We're missing 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We're missing 10. So some exciting stuff to look forward to. We've got Capital City, the Hyperspace. We don't have the regular one, which I'm positive that I have. So I'm going to search for that one real quick. Here's Capital City. Is that the only common base that we were missing? Let's see. Yes, because this is Jeddah City, which we do not have still. But we do have Echo Base, Hyperspace. That rhymes. Looks incredible. These Hyperspace bases, and especially I feel like the Hyperfoil bases are going to be, well, I guess the only Hyperfoil bases are the rare ones. But regardless, Those are going to be sick because you always have them showing on the table. So I feel like people are going to really want the Hyperspace and Hyperspace foil versions of those. So those might be worth holding on to. All right, well, we can slot the ECL in here. The Energy Conversation Lab. So excited to get this card. I'll show it off again because it's just so sick. Probably one of the first things that I'm going to pick up if I don't pull it is a Hyperfoil version of that. Any other bases? We got Chopper Base and another Echo Base and Administrator's Tower. Cool. We already had Administrator's Tower, so we can just set these guys aside. And here's Hyperspace Chopper Base. Again, these bases just look so nice in full art. Okay, so now we're on to the real cards. So after Death Troopers, Delmico, Gideon Hask. Okay, I'm only looking at commons, I believe, right now. Maybe I should do the rares first and then fill the commons in after. It might be easier. All right, we're going to do the rares. So I'm going to repurpose this tray to sort by color. All right, blue villains first. So we've got Avenger, and that is definitely a card that we do not already have. So that gets to go in there after the AT-AT Suppressor. Hero. We got Jedi Lightsaber, Redemption. I know we don't have those. Oh, I got a whole playset of Jedi Lightsabers. That's cool. So we've got Obi-Wan, and then Ghost, and then Luke, and then Redemption. Then Jedi Lightsaber on the other side. All right, I'm just going to rip through these regular cards, and we'll go full speed ahead. Oh no, I'm off by 1. Oh my god. All right, so I just found out that I'm off by 1 on this binder. So I'm going to spend the next few minutes reorganizing. Hopefully I'm not off by more than 1, but this was bound to happen. I am not good at counting. And this always happens when I take cards in and out of a binder. It doesn't always happen when I initially put cards in the binder, but it definitely did this time. So let's just listen to some lo-fi. We're 2 spots off. All right. Here we go again.
1 eternity later.
We did it. Hopefully it's in order now. Hopefully I didn't mess up again. But I don't know. Nothing's guaranteed. Yeah, I don't know what else to say. Let's just keep charging forward. We've got 2 green cards I didn't have before. So I'm gonna go back to time-lapsing it up and just slotting these rares in. I'll try and do it quick. And then we'll move on to the cool stuff. finally did it. I don't even know what to say. We learned a lot of lessons today. So let's just move on. Back to the time lapse. All right, and that is the rares done. The one legendary, or I guess two legendaries. And now let's move on to the Hyperspace cards. No, let's move on to the foil cards. There's more of those, and those are next. So we'll do the whole sorting thing, and we'll get back to it. All right, back to the top, blue section. What blue villains do we have? We have Childson, and that's it? Yep, just Childson. Awesome. Hero, we have Ghost. We already had a foil Ghost. All right, I guess we don't need that. But we do have a Cloud City Wingguard and a couple events. We have a foil Repair. I had a feeling. We don't have the other one. So, all right, green. One villain green card. Probably the best villain green card. One of the two best villain green cards. Maybe. Three best villain green cards. There's a lot of good villain green cards. Hero, we've got Mon Mothma and Bale. Nice, we're one away on Steadfast Battalion. That is pretty cool. Okay, moving on to red. We've got a Seventh Sister here. She looks really cool. I love this artist. This artist has done some Arkham Horror cards that look really sick. And I want to see more from them in this game. So hopefully that happens. So we've got the Gorilla Attack Pod and our one single K2 out of all these packs. Just one. And no Heroic Sacrifice. Kind of surprised about that. I would like those cards. Then we got Infiltrator Skill, Precision, Fire, and the Tank. So where's the tank? Here we go. Okay, two yellow villain cards. Got the Crew and No Good to Me Dead. Then we've got the normal cards. I don't know. Okay, we got one hero. Lots of regular ones. Got General Veers and the TIE Fighter. TIE Fighter looks really good. I think this is one of my favorite arts. The mat looks really good if anybody's seen that. And the hero cards, we got an Alliance X-Wing and the Rebel Pathfinder. And lastly, we have Confiscate. It is kind of satisfying that it ends on this last page. I do enjoy that, even though it was a struggle to get here. So we're moving to the Hyperspace cards, which, man, are just so sick. They're so good. All right, let's start sorting. So I've seen a couple of other people say this as well, but I speculate whether or not the Hyperspace cards will end up being more sought after than the Hyperfoil cards because of the fact that they don't curl. And the Hyperspace do look great, but there is a little bit of a curve to them after not very long out of a booster pack. I know some people just don't really like foils that much. I think they look beautiful, so I am going to be collecting these, obviously, but I wonder if sort of the broader population of collectors and players will be more into these Hyperspace non-foil versions. We'll see. So we've got one villain Hyperspace blue card, which is Search Your Feelings. There it is. Any heroes? No heroes. So System Patrol Craft, make an opening. This one looks really good in full art. The way that the laser blast and the trees and stuff sort of extended the border looks really, really cool. And Vanquish, which also, just the colors on this look really, really cool. All right, on to Green Villain. We've got a Royal Guard. We've got a Gladiator. Gladiator is pretty okay. It's a little dark, so it's like actually kind of hard to tell. But Royal Guard looks sick. And I've noticed this on some of them, but his cape, like the red, goes like all the way down here, which makes me sort of wonder if this art was meant to be like stretched like that. I don't know. Maybe it was. Just seems like a really like long cape. I don't know. Maybe it's like a reflection or something like that. But on some of these cards, I wonder if like the art actually extends that far or not. So I'd be really curious to see how they make these. Maybe I'm totally wrong. Time for a new sleeve pack. And time for our first Vanguard Infantry, which, again, don't really love the card, but it looks real good in full art. It is pretty cool that they, got me to be excited about collecting even the cards that I don't really care about playing with. Okay, on to Villain Red. Did we get any of those? We did not get any of those, but we did get a couple really cool hero reds. So we got Zeb. Zeb looks sweet. I really want this in Hyperspace foil because I think the glow of the bow rifle is going to look really sick. And then we got Mace, which I showed off earlier, but I'll show it off again because it's cool. Keep trying to put the Hyperspace next to the regular one. All right, Open Fire, which we already have, and then Mission Briefing is the last one. Then we can look at the yellow cards. We got quite a few here. Nope, we only got 3. We only got 3 yellow ones. So we've got a Lothal Insurgent, got the Crafty Smuggler. That one looks really cool. And Snapshot Reflexes, which is the most yellow card in the set, I'm pretty sure. So let's pop these in. And last but not least, we've got the Subblock card. Okay, so before I add in the Hyperfoils, I do want to go through and try and fill out some of these uncommons and commons that I've missed. So give me a second while I do that, and then I'll be right back. All right, so we're done with all that. I think I've got all the commons and uncommons now, which is awesome. And this all took so long that the ambient lighting in my office shut off, so hopefully this doesn't look terrible. We're going to finish this out here with the Hyperfoils and the other cool stuff. So we'll put these in the very back. And yeah, let's go with the blue card here, the Vigilant Honor Guards first. So we've got, I already showed you guys this. You know what it looks like. It looks sick. It's going to go here. We're one away from our row on Vigilant Honor Guard. Next up, we've got Escort Skiff, green. Almost made it to the right page. We're also one away on Escort Skiff row. Then we've got some red cards. So we've got Jetta Agitator and For a Cause. For a Cause is first. We are not close on that one, but very excited to have that. And Jetta Agitator, you've got that as well. Next up, we've got Bosk and Bamboozle. I think we've got 3 Bamboozle. No, only 2. This is our second. And then I guess at the end of the binder, we're going to put these cards. So since there's only 16 slots, I probably will end up eventually moving these. But for now, I guess I got to display these ones on the leader side because it says judge on the leader side, not the other side. So I guess that's what we're doing for now. They do look cool. Okay, that's it. We've filled out the binder as much as we can. I don't think I have a single full row still. So we've got a ton to fill out here. And yeah, it's gonna take some time. So I hope you're enjoying these videos because there will likely be many more before this is complete. If there's something that you want to see that you haven't seen in these videos, definitely let me know because I don't know what I'm doing here. I'm just showing off something that I think is cool. Hopefully you think it's cool too. And yeah, we'll just have fun with it. So we're one off on quite a few of the rows, but we have not completed a single one yet. So we're getting there. And no showcases either yet. I'm getting my cases this week, probably tomorrow. And then I did do some eBay shopping already. So once all that stuff comes in, I'll do another video and show everybody what I got. I'm also planning on sort of putting a spreadsheet together of what I have, when I got it, how much I paid for it, if I bought it as a single, and kind of documenting just like, I don't know, who I got it from maybe, and all that. So if you're interested in that kind of thing, let me know. I'll probably do it anyway, just so that I can keep track of what I have and what I need. Yeah, maybe I'll like put it online somewhere. I'll link it in the video description once I've created it. And man, other than that, what a long night for me. I had to reorganize the binder 3 times. So don't make the mistakes that I did if you're doing this. I think next time I'm gonna maybe map it out and like number the whole thing top to bottom first and like sticky note it just so that I know exactly what card goes where. And I don't know, we'll do some things that are different that will make it a bit less painful for me. But now that we're sorted, we're just looking for the cards and we'll get them in here eventually. So thank you guys, everybody, for watching, and subscribe if you want to see more. Hopefully you do, even after this one. And yeah, thanks for watching. Catch you guys in the next one. Bye.